gonna go get a loan from a bank, you know, they need to know the size of your asshole.
Yeah, off to a flying start.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4.
Testicles 1, 2, 3.
Alright, all good.
Yeah.
How's the placement?
As in 3 testicles? Like
1, 2. Did I say 3?
It's okay.
Wait, doesn't everyone have 3?
We'll talk later.
anyway, so welcome back.
Yeah, so welcome back to NotEssential
Little
Chats,
chat.
and you're here with Sugar.
Chalk rice.
Alright, we're starting again.
No, we're not starting again.
We're not starting again.
I think, no,
You made a
that's
mistake.
okay.
Remember,
No,
we
I'm
grow
not
and
starting
learn
again,
from our
but-
mistakes.
Yeah, 100%. But
Yeah.
can we bring this,
Yeah,
sorry, this thing closer?
Oh, you need something to rest it on?
Nah, just for the beer, you know?
Yeah, it's 100%.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Just so.
So we're here
Alright, let me-
with Chalk Rice.
Rice.
We were
Sugar.
Sugarcane, Wordsmith, and King Ving. Or Gary V himself, as we call him.
Yourself, mate.
You know. Let's not get started on that again.
Sorry.
Yeah, first of all, we'll start with the fact that we got these new mics and how excited we are to be talking into
I
them.
love these
And-
new
oh,
mics.
wow, look at the sound.
We're really coming up in this world, hey?
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah.
I like it.
Slow and steady wins the race.
That's it. Like
That's
turtles.
this movement.
That's it.
Look at this movement, bud.
I'm loving it.
We can talk
I don't
here.
have to
Flexing.
hold it like this
You're
anymore.
really flexing.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all got to start
If you
somewhere.
remember
That's
from
it,
podcast
that's it.
one,
we all got to start somewhere.
The
Have
fact
to.
that kind of moves along with you know what I mean?
It's good.
That's amazing.
So natural.
So natural.
Like I said,
It's like
let's
it's-
talk later.
It's like it's got limbs, I don't know.
I don't know what it is. Did you guys ever imagine that we'd end up here though? Like doing a podcast in the first place? From where we started.
Look,
No,
I-
definitely not.
Yeah, look, I knew we'll be doing a lot of creative things, but podcast was definitely not one of them.
Yeah.
Definitely when I returned home, I knew that we'll be doing very, very interesting things
Yeah.
and very, very new things, but a podcast was never on my mind of something that
Yeah.
we would be doing on a frequently basis and actually implementing onto YouTube, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
because we always have those conversations even just when we're just sitting down brainstorming stuff. We have these type of conversations and we always think, oh man,
Wouldn't
How
that be
cool
great?
would it be?
Wouldn't that be
Imagine it'd be
good?
cool if we did this.
Yeah,
Imagine it'd be cool we did that.
Yeah.
Now we're sitting here and doing it.
Exactly. It's very interesting, like how everyone came into the space, right? So how did you get into the space, Trophy?
Me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, with you guys, obviously, I want to talk about that a little bit because I was writing a children's book, and then Dommy was Chalk Rice, sorry, was actually going to
Bleep
illustrate.
that. Bleep that.
Yeah.
Doxed. So he was actually going to be illustrating that children's book, and we met up trying to organize what the ideas were going to be and spitball the ideas for it. And then he ended up telling me that he was going to start an NFT project. And then I already knew you guys obviously from the past, and we always knew that we'd always link up in some sort of aspect, and whether this was sort of business or we're going to go out on a trip or a holiday, but I never thought it would come to this stage, you know, and just through that meeting of us doing a children's book and you illustrating it, coming into the NFT space was something I wanted to do because I was already looking into it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then now here we are sitting together and all of a sudden doing a podcast.
I remember when Chalk actually gave me a call and told me that he met you at a wharf in a river down the road. A river down the road. Yeah, because no one will know where this river is. Anyway. It's Paramount River. But anyway, and it was so exciting for Rice to be so enthusiastic about
excited about it,
excited. You know, you can feel it over the phone about bringing on someone that has a different perspective and can really guide us as well. And then actually Wordsmith is the one that actually brought up with the whole story for our project. So that was really exciting, and it's a huge addition to our whole
the creative collective.
the creative
That's
team.
exactly what it is, the team.
And it's family. That's what it is,
Yeah.
and we're creating family, not just around here, but also in the spaces we are. You know, Discord, Twitter Spaces that we've been just slowly marinating through.
The community
And,
is your family.
Yeah.
It really does become your family.
Yeah.
Because you're spending a lot of time with these people, and you really start to understand the people that are even on the Discord.
Yeah.
They have a Discord handle, and maybe sometimes you don't actually meet them, but through our community hangouts and stuff, you actually are getting to see face to face what these people are doing. They're showing what they're doing and where they're actually from. It's very interesting that there is other people out there just like us.
Yeah.
That there's other like-minded people, and that's what I love about the space. I think the space really does allow you to get closer with those people, because I know there's phones, there's telephone, there's social media and stuff, but there's so much more. You're steered out there because you don't, especially on Facebook, you don't add that person, you don't talk to them, even though they seem like they may be on the same wavelength, but through Discord, through Twitter Spaces and actual Twitter Spaces, not just Twitter itself, through actually voice channels on Twitter Spaces, you get to hear these people, and when you hear people, you can actually understand what depth they're talking from, right? It's not just monotone, just typing on a screen, being like, that keyboardy stuff. It's not that. When they actually start speaking, you understand, okay, they know what they're talking about.
It becomes a lot more personal,
That's
right?
it, that's it,
because
that's
like just typing and then reading the text, you can probably kind of imagine what they're like.
Yeah.
But then once you actually get in a voice chat or a video chat with them, it changes your whole perspective of that person.
100%.
And I think a lot of people in the community have realized that it's not just someone that's on the other side of the world just typing because they've got their whole own personal life, their jobs and everything. They're new to the NFT space. They might be experts in the NFT space, and everyone's just growing and learning together.
Yeah. I think that's what's beautiful about this whole space, that everyone is keen to educate and learn and grow through all these different platforms that we have, and it's not just our project, but there's a lot of other beautiful projects out there that are, have the same kind of drive to educate and to also just spread that awareness of, where this space is going, and how far and wide we can kind of spread this kind of family-based collective.
The growth. The growth.
Yeah.
What about you? So how did you get into the NFT space?
Talking about family and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think since we're doing it backwards, I'll go to the next place, and then I'll fill you back, and then you
Oh,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
proper.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So like
The whole
going from
switcheroo and everything.
switcheroo.
Yeah, okay,
geez.
Let's
Let's do that.
with the whole, like, obviously you mentioned, like, I called you
Yeah.
because this man was my, like, introduction into the NFT space. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, I gravitated to you when we spoke about it at the wharf, when we were meant to be speaking about a children's book.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was heavily in our mind, and then I was kind of looking at the NFT space for a while as an artist. So as an artist, like, I probably heard about it probably like a year ago, and like in the space of like artists, like it was a bit of a, are we gonna do this or are we not gonna do this? You know what I mean? Like, because it's a very new space that we, as we keep mentioning and stuff like that. So, and for anything new, like, you want to go into it like with some information, like be familiar with it a little bit before just jumping in. And like all I knew about NFTs is that you buy it with crypto. And I didn't know anything about crypto, so I had to reach out to the person that didn't know about crypto, and that's Sugar. So like that was kind of my introduction, because I already knew about it from the art perspective of things. I just didn't know about it from the crypto side. And I think that's what a lot of like people like coming into the NFT space, like from an art perspective or just from a collector's perspective, is you might know one part of something, but you don't know the full kind of aspect of something. You know what I mean? So like it is a bit scary, but because I had his help, and then he told me he had Veli, like, hey, should we do something with NFTs? And I was like, like maybe that's, I feel like I had that confidence because I had that familiarity with this guy. So that was like kind of my introduction into the whole space, and obviously grabbed you into it, and now we're like coming back full circle with the party and stuff. But like, how did you hear about NFTs yourself, sir?
It's so funny because
Yeah.
I don't even know if you remember, but you were the one that told me about NFTs one day when you came over like a year ago.
Oh yeah.
I remember
You
getting
said
a
it.
call
You
from-
said it, and you
Yeah.
said it, but you
Yeah.
weren't. You said it like you were scared of it, like you know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah,
my,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, this, oh, bro, this NFT space thing, yeah, NFT,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh, never heard of it, but let me
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a quick squeeze at it because I've been into crypto for ages,
Yeah.
and you know, why I even got into crypto was because it was so different and scary compared to the normal banking system,
Stocks and
you
stuff is so
yeah,
different.
because you know the stocks like I don't know like. Does it make sense? You know what I mean? Like,
Unless your granddad bought the stuff.
Yeah, like
that
that's
makes
gone.
sense.
Like that time's gone. You know, and I feel like the way digital currencies come through and the way the world's going, like everything's digital.
Yeah.
You know, people are walking around scanning themselves into places. Like you are there is a digital identity.
You're a QR code.
You are a QR code no matter what. You know what I mean? You believe it or not, you're a QR code.
Yeah.
If you live in the system. So I think
We're going deep.
Yeah, we're going deep.
We're going deep.
We're going
I was gonna take an extra dive,
Yeah,
but I stopped myself.
Yeah.
But apparently, when you're born, right,
Yeah.
you're actually registered as a company.
That's true.
No
If you
way.
want to go that deep. Oh, if you want to go that deep. If you want to go that. So I've been digging. I've been digging. So there's a lot of governments that are actually owned by other governments, and that's actually why they go to war. Not because I don't want to get political.
Okay.
I don't want to get banned by YouTube. but if you look at countries that go to war, or not war, like they go help out, right? If you look at those countries, they're actually owned by those other countries, and they've made them corporations. So Australia's an actual corporation. It's not a.
Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah, you can believe it.
Yeah.
I do your own research. It's not financial advice. But anyway, getting back to the fact that why I got in and why I think this space is so amazing because it frees us from the system, the corporations. We take back that power. You know what I mean? Like what we were saying on last episode about that, the fact that you can have that lack of identity towards your wallet. You know, to own crypto.
Yeah.
Where if you're gonna go get a loan from a bank, you know, they need to know the size of your asshole.
All right, bend over, please. Let me have a look. Let's get the tape measure out.
You know what? I think in the last like 5 years, I've been going in and out of banks. You know, trying to get loans here, trying to do this, sorting this out. Business loans, whatever it is. Oh my god, like
No, they need to know where your income's coming from. They need to know everything, how much
They
you're
need to know
earning,
your mum's dad,
what
your
your
dad's mum,
what
your
your
mum's-
expenses
yeah,
are.
yeah,
They need to know everything about you
Oh,
before they even lend out
Man,
any
that's
money
very
to you.
interesting because before coming back to Australia, I was working for a corporate bank, and what I was doing for them was something called anti-money laundering to ensure that any source of wealth was actual source of wealth. I have a very interesting customer where someone that came from China, her father gave her some money, and all he did was write on a piece of paper saying here's $5 mil. Enjoy your marriage and blah blah. So it came out as a gift. It took 6 months for compliance to agree on it because it came from China and they couldn't believe it.
yeah.
But that type of money in China is nothing. It's
yeah.
nothing. To them, they're like, oh, we'll take it.
Yeah. That's the thing. The government needs to know where your money comes from. There's a lot of things they want to know, right?
Yeah.
But being in a crypto space, you can actually come up, you know, by you just know the inflation. I mean, sorry, how crypto's been, you know,
Volatile.
increasing and volatile.
Volatile.
Yeah, it's volatile.
They're volatile.
The more people that come in, the more money that's being pushed into it, the more fiat money that's actually transferred into cryptocurrency. And the more that happens, the more that we're actually getting to a time where a lot of corporations and companies are starting to use cryptocurrency, a lot of institutions are starting to invest in cryptocurrency, the higher the market cap goes. And that's why now you're seeing the prices of these cryptocurrencies go up.
Yeah, it's and also how easy it is to use crypto to transfer funds from here to bloody, you know, the other side of the world
And large amounts of money as well.
large amount, millions of dollars, bang, it's over. You know what I mean? Compared to a swift transfer from here to any even in first
Forget
world
about that. I
world
tried to
countries,
send it to my-
it takes you about 2-3 days. It's like
I sent $100 to my cousin the other day.
Yeah.
I got a message from my bank saying, this has been reviewed and we sent out in 24 hours. I'm like, what? Bro, my cousin's asking me for it.
Yeah. And
He's
also,
asking me, he's like, bro, I need it. I'm
is
like,
is that your money that's being reviewed?
It's my,
You
exactly.
earned that
My
money?
review to my person I'm paying to.
Yeah, see, that's what's crazy. So this is why there's so much. It's limitless in terms of what digital currency can be used for. There's obviously a lot of bad look on it when it came into light, saying money laundering, a lot of the dark
web and stuff.
That's the thing, though.
That's
Because
this is that kind of like. Obviously, that will happen, and there is a space for that. But there's also so much good coming out of it, and the amount of change that it's coming to light now in terms of using in businesses, even governments. There's Tonga that just
looking at making a legal
tender. Yeah.
They were looking at it, but unfortunately they got hit by a tsunami. They're talking about it.
Right.
God bless.
Oh, bless.
God bless.
Bless.
Everything's alright.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting how you talked about how anti-money laundering through crypto and stuff. Like when even the people that were very scared about it, what they actually forgot about is the fact that money laundering happening through banks forever.
It happens anyway.
It happens anyway.
It's
Like,
regardless,
it's been
it's
non-stop.
going to happen.
It's gonna happen.
People
But
are washing
it's-
either way.
Washing either way.
They're washing either way. If you bring up a system, they're gonna wash.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like there's
This is just another way for them to potentially wash because it's less regulated.
Yeah.
But either way, if it wasn't there, it's still going to be happening no matter what.
Yeah.
But I think what you got to look at is the benefits actually outweigh the
exactly.
the non-benefits,
Exactly.
I guess.
That's
That comes with an educated, decision when you're looking at anything, right? Like when you just said like the benefits far outweigh what like the bad that could happen. You know what I mean? So, I guess what would people who are on the fence about NFTs, crypto, where would be the first places they should look to a source of like education or maybe like,
not essential chats. Don't be silly.
100%.
Not essential chats.
Get in
You
here,
know
get
where
in
it's
here,
at.
Get in here. Get in here. This is where
Where the real talk happens.
Where the real talk
Because
happens.
on Discord, we've got like community members talking about Forex.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like proper educational, like 1 hour seminars, pretty much.
Shout out to Cuban.
Shout out to Cuban.
I'm so glad you brought that up. That was game changing for me because there's a lot of people out there that are paying for courses, and then Cuban out there did a proper course from absolute basic knowledge to I would not even intermediate, just to a point where you can look at a graph and be like, oh, that's a candle.
I understand what's happening now.
Right, that's what's
Yeah.
happening.
But just for anyone that doesn't know who Cuban is, he's actually on our Discord. So if you join our Discord, you'll definitely see him, have a chat with him.
Meet with
He'll help
Cuban.
you out. Meet with Cuban. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's great. That's in that point. That already is a benefit.
Yeah.
Like looking into the whole space, like that wouldn't happen. Free education.
No,
Like, you know what I mean?
There's no such thing.
That's free education.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
It's like this space is so new. There's so many people wanting to help out before the governments take control and start managing it.
Start regulating it a little more.
Where you can't just get free education in terms of you have to go get a uni degree to learn how to do finance. And then sort it. You know what I mean? Like the best finance education you're going to get is probably YouTube.
Yeah.
Like that's the best.
I mean,
degree.
it's YouTube University or YouTube College. There's a lot you can learn off YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So if you guys want to really go down that rabbit hole,
Oh, trust me, I went down the rabbit hole. And I
Yeah.
went through it in 2015, and it's very, very. Because I only learned about crypto maybe 2018 towards 2019,
Yeah.
and thinking I'm talking about finance. I'm working in a corporate bank, and I'm thinking, bro, why didn't they tell me this? I just spent $35
yeah,
3 years of my life.
$35.
35,000.
That's a good. That's pretty good.
$35,000 over papers and assignments.
Yeah.
Majoring in finance, only to be brushed on cryptocurrency as a chapter of a book.
Yeah.
Because-
I'm surprised it was on a book, to be honest.
No,
I'm surprised you actually got to that stage. Yeah.
No, as in they just touched on it.
Yeah.
They literally never talked about blockchain, how it may change the banking or anything like that. All
Yeah.
they told us was get a job,
Yeah.
go into get a corporate job,
Yeah.
and then you move up in the corporate ladder,
Yeah.
and then you might pay off the loan.
You might pay off, you might do it. Yeah.
And that's crazy because right now you're doing none of what you did for your degree.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah,
I'll be straight up with you. Even when I got my job, I forgot the degree.
Yeah, and this is why I got into this space because of how freeing it is for anyone to come in here. You don't have to have a degree. You don't have to, as being like a part of the family or people that you trust or, and even people that are, all the platforms that we're on, the Twitter space, to get information, how easy it is to talk to people, to collaborate. And this is why it's so beautiful. And this is why the future is so bright in this space. Because we can talk to each other, we can understand. I'm not going to... when a person comes, I'm not going to tell them to go get a uni degree and then come talk to me.
Yeah,
to get a job. Do you know what I mean? It's
Or bring me a resume.
Yeah. No. Do you want to learn? Let's learn.
And that's the amazing thing about NFT Twitter. So the whole NFT Twitter space, it's not even about competition. It's actually about everyone collaborating together. So project creators, one-of-one artists, they're all coming together to figure out what's the best way to market to get your project out there. What's the best way to get your exposure out there.
There was free advice the other day.
There was free advice every day.
Every day.
Every day. And it's amazing. Twitter Spaces is exactly like that. Everyone is in this, besides the scammers, of course, but they're not going to be on Twitter Spaces. No. But everyone else is actually in there to help each other out. Early adopters. Less than 1%. I know I said 1% last podcast. In a Twitter space, I learned it's probably less than 1% of the population is actually in.
We're going to be very careful with these statistics as well. We don't want to be giving the wrong statistics to you guys, but it is very low.
It is very low.
Very low. But yeah, it is very interesting. The space is new, and it's so early. You know what I mean? It's so early, and like. Everyone that gets in, even in the next few years, is going to be early.
It's still going to be under 10% of the population, at least.
This is the fourth financial revolution when we went from bloody rocks to trading, food to
bartering,
and cows and all that to, then we went to gold and silver, gold,
started using precious metals and
then to pennies and then cash and then now we're going on to
digital.
And then in the metaverse will be
exactly.
So this is the fourth revolution, you like it or not, and it's going to change the world. Get involved, get in. NFT is like the digital asset for these, you know what I mean?
Cryptocurrencies. It's what you use to purchase. Like if you got your money at the moment, you go and buy groceries and things like that. An NFT is pretty much like an asset that you can purchase. That's all it is. It's the second layer of using your cryptocurrency to purchase something.
100%. And when it comes down to like, say, for it also like with these collections anyway. Obviously, you can sell art just as single art, and all that. You can sell music, but when it comes to these collections, NFT collections, it's almost like having a key or access to a like a special club or access to...
It's a community access.
If you are a holder of this asset, it's like, okay, let's just put it into an example of Pizza Hut, right? If you own a Pizza Hut NFT, you have access to Tuesday deals, 50% off, special sausage and extra cheese. You want this NFT?
I want that NFT, bro. Oh my god! Wait, where is this NFT? Where can I buy it from?
You told me right now. But it's crazy because that's how movies. So you go to movies, you're not going to have these. Those back in the days where you have movie cards where if you have it, you can go for cheaper movies. An NFT that gets you these movies that you can always go in. No one's going to use money. They're going to use the asset. Sorry, the NFT that you hold to access companies, businesses. Oh, you want to get. Let's just say we're going into, like what is it? Those roller coasters. What is it?
Oh, like a theme park.
Theme park. The only reason I don't know what that was.
What is it?
Because I never had a good childhood. And that's why I'm in crypto.
Yeah.
What I
But
think I- like
oh,
it-
sorry. Yeah, go on.
Something
Yeah.
even like more relatable and easier to follow probably is music festivals.
Yeah.
So you've got the event. How are you going to get to this event? You need a physical ticket. That's how we used to get it.
Yeah.
These physical, beautiful tickets. Now you're going to get that ticket on your phone.
Yeah.
You already got that ticket on your phone. Like
Yeah.
you can get it emailed to you. But what's the utilities to that email?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this now, like imagine, say, like you can think of any NFT project and he's giving
Yeah.
you access to a physical, real life, not metaverse, but real life festival. But the level of the specialty or rarity of that actual NFT will maybe give you VIP access.
Yeah.
Will give you free drinks for half the day.
On-
those sorts of things.
On top of that, if it's on social media,
Yeah.
you can actually display that NFT as
Yeah.
this is an event that you attended.
that's happening on like
Twitter's
That's it.
doing that right
Twitter's
now.
doing that.
Twitter's
You know,
already
you know,
that.
everyone's jumping on like say their socials to reshare their stories of them being on a concert. Or, you know, it's
Now it's going to be a
yeah,
social
why,
image.
why do you need to do that?
Yeah.
I actually this NFT is verified to my account, which shows that I've been here, I've been there. I got this, and I got this, and I got that. Look at me now. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just that full on like it's,
Endless.
What's crazy is
Just keep
now
saying it. It's a keyword.
it's endless. But you know StockX, right?
Yep.
You know StockX,
Yep,
of course
yep,
you know
yep,
StockX.
yep, yep.
Sneakerheads, fashion people. Right, so what they're going to do is they're going to start releasing NFTs, right? So instead of purchasing the actual shoe itself for it to be shipped to you,
Yeah.
you purchase an NFT to claim that you have ownership of it. So you're saving on shipping costs, and so now that you own it, you can sell it back to anyone else, and if they want to actually claim that sneaker,
Yeah.
they just burn the NFT and it'll get shipped to them. So it makes it so much easier for sneaker sellers and sneaker flippers to actually not hold the actual item itself.
Yeah.
They can just transfer the NFT.
I heard a
yeah.
very
And
similar
whoever
example.
actually wants it,
Then burns it.
They'll
Burns
burn
it.
it. Yeah.
and then it gets
And
shipped out.
Burning
And
means
how
removing
easy-
the NFT from circulation.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
not in circulation
That
anymore.
is so good. That's
Yeah.
like
That's a smart way to
Because
look
why-
at it.
How easy is it to be like? You don't need to check no genuine. Like you can see who created the NFT
yeah.
And who's
verify
bought
that,
it.
Yeah.
Verify it with the blockchain.
It's all on the blockchain. Even I heard an example the other day. Someone's like, "Oh, how do you explain NFT to someone that's completely like? What's the importance of NFT?" And this example was through a Louis Vuitton bag. Okay, for example, if I bought a Louis Vuitton bag 5 years ago, and obviously I lost the receipt, blah blah blah. I went to go resell that Louis Vuitton bag. No one's in it, like someone would be like, "Oh no, that's a fake." But if you bought it and your receipt was on the blockchain, you'd be like, "Well, it's 5 years
Well,
old."
there
but
you go.
It is
Yeah,
a
there you
proper
go.
Louis Vuitton bag because Louis Vuitton sold it to me, and it's there.
Going back to this sneaker like example. When you go to sneaker meetups, like you would hopefully the guy would bring a
First
receipt.
of all, sorry, what's a sneaker meetup?
Yeah, I've never been to a sneaker meetup. Have you
Sneaker.
been?
Is that with people just creeping around? Just like,
Yeah,
"Oh, I'm
no,
a sneaker, I'm just
saying,
gonna.
so, like, for like shoe, like the shoe game and stuff like that. Like people can organize on Facebook, like meetups or like some sort of event, Facebook event.
Oh, like a car meetup.
Like a car meetup.
Oh yeah, I've been
Now
to
you
those.
get it.
Yeah,
Do
now I
people
get it,
do
now I get
people
it.
check out other people's shoes as they're wearing them, or do they bring them in boxes?
No, they
I just
bring them
wanna
in
know,
boxes.
sorry.
No way.
They
You know,
bring
you're-
in
You're,
boxes.
you're wearing fire.
So
regardless.
you pull up to a car park. You open your boot,
yeah.
and then you got
This
boxes
is
of
fucking
this.
beauty,
Wow!
bro.
Yes, sir.
See, I
Yeah.
like
Things
things that you just
Shit.
don't know.
See, a car meetup's different because you actually drive there in the car.
No, you drive in the
You don't
car
wear
and
the
pop your
sneakers that you
hood,
meet
yeah,
up with.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Keep it
thing.
fresh.
Yeah?
It's a team.
But, like-
It's a team.
Like going back to the example is that you would hopefully that person would bring a receipt with them because then that shows the genuinity of that like thing because
Oh,
it could be a fake sometimes. There's some really good fakes out there, but like if I wanted to guarantee me selling a sneaker, I need to hopefully still have that receipt in the box. So I was a good seller. I would always keep my receipts
Of course.
and then keep it in the box. Beautiful.
Ah.
But then other people wouldn't be the same way.
Yeah.
But this whole, what you guys are talking about with
Yeah.
the blockchain, that eliminates that whole situation as being a problem. You know what I
Right.
mean? Which is great. So that's another
benefit.
Yeah.
Level of NFTs.
Yeah.
Level of
Yeah.
NFTs.
sure.
As in, I know we've talked a lot about the space and where it's going and stuff, but where do you believe the current state of NFTs are at? Because there's so much going on, but where do you believe that the space is at currently?
This is just the start.
It's literally the beginning.
Just the beginning.
Like there's no way to know which direction it's going to go into right now, because we're still in the phase where it's just just digital images. Now the music NFTs are starting to come out as well. We haven't even seen music concert tickets become NFTs.
I was
we haven't
thinking
seen
about that.
airline tickets become
That-
NFTs.
yeah.
That's obviously going to be the next step. Once it becomes mass adopted by bigger corporations,
Yeah.
is when we're going to see NFTs actually go
Explode.
into the mainstream. Yeah.
Definitely. 100%.
Sorry, I was just.
What were you
fixing,
doing?
Stroking,
Just stroking his mic. Oh.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah, we just had the sound guy tell us not to touch the mics. It's our first time.
Oh, okay,
so
I can
we're
read that
getting
now. I can
excited.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't touch the mic. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Yeah. Cheers, mate. Where were we at? I fully
Just
lost
talking
track.
about the current state and where how it's literally at the point where it's going to explode. And Word was just talking about how like even airline tickets, music festivals, their tickets haven't become NFTs, which are only bound to become like NFTs.
Yeah.
Oh no, everything is going to go on the blockchain. Yeah. That's
You know,
right,
before
yeah.
NFTs came out and we were scanning everything, those barcodes at the bottom of all your stuff, like maybe your tickets, airline tickets, that code, that had so much information on it, it was being hacked. By so many
really?
people. That code itself had people's what they bought at duty free, for example, airline tickets. What they bought at
yeah.
duty free, passport number. It actually had a lot of details on a little strip.
Wow.
you
Yeah.
know? It's very interesting. I don't know the full details of it, but this is something.
Well, that's why the barcode system was in for a long while.
Yeah.
It's literally on every product that you buy.
Correct.
It's a register of products.
Do you know what was on there before barcodes? I just want to know.
Probably just some guy just saying, "Yep, this is the book."
Yeah.
I've got no idea.
Yeah. This is. Yeah.
I think that's it, right?
I think this is the potato.
This is the potato?
Instead of, like you scan it, you wait till. Okay, now this is a
The
potato.
potato.
Apple. Yeah. Apple. It's crazy. But now we're going into where obviously barcodes, QR codes.
Yeah, it's really
straight into
advanced
where
for sure.
what is it? AI. Now there's a lot of AI cameras that scan everything and know exactly what it is. You know, you have your camera where you can actually. There's a feature. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
On the iPhone and the Samsung, where you
iPhone
can
has
scan it. So I can just scan this mic,
Yeah.
and then it will tell you exactly what this mic is.
What?
It takes you to the website.
Yeah, website.
Yeah.
It
If
will
it's a
scan
reputable
images.
brand,
It will
we'll
scan
do it.
images in
Yeah.
Up there.
Up there. And then it will tell you exactly what mic it is or
Yeah.
where you can buy one. So, can you imagine where things are gonna go
I found that.
with
Yeah.
If if people probably don't even know about that feature on their phone, because I didn't even know about that feature.
Yeah.
On my phone.
I don't think it
And
was
that
on
scares
Samsung.
me a little bit, but
No?
I'm already in the NFT space, so there's nothing to be scared of. Space.
That's
yeah.
So
You can't be scared now.
yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here now.
Early adopters, baby.
Early adopters. That's it.
Yeah.
And you
That's
know,
it.
for anyone that wants to get involved in NFTs, do some research, get involved. Even if you just want to start small, you know what I mean, just to kind of understand it.
Jump
And to
on
understand-
Twitter. Jump
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's so much learning
Yes,
experiences
it's
out
so
there.
much.
That's where you're gonna learn. Do your research yourself first
Yeah.
before you start. Trying to figure it. It's really hard to figure out by yourself. Do your early research first. Then you can have conversations with other people on the Twitter Spaces, in the Discords.
Yeah.
It becomes a lot easier because you have questions to ask,
Yeah.
and then people will answer them for you.
Yeah.
For sure. I think that goes back to our own Discord or our own Twitter. If anyone who's had questions in regards to that from our community, we've always been able to try and help or guide them in hopefully the right direction that they need to go. Or we've had people in place to be able to inform them the right information and stuff. So if you're obviously coming into the NFT space and you can speak to the founders of that project, or if they have good mods in their Discord, then you can obviously ask the questions, stuff like that. But then if it comes back to like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. I got a bit scared. This thing started shaking. In front
Yeah,
of me.
that's what I was
like,
wondering
whoa.
why you were
I was
looking
like,
at.
I was like,
But
Sorry,
no,
sorry,
back
I'll-
on back
yeah,
on
yeah, yeah, I'll
back
lost
to
track,
what
my
you
bad.
were saying. Honestly, it's very difficult to do it by yourself. A lot of people got into this space by themselves. You know, so
But you know what's great about Discord?
what's that?
There's a family waiting for you.
There is a family
There's a
waiting.
family
man,
waiting
I
for
love
you.
that app.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
what-
crazy
what is-
because
what
it's,
is even more importantly is that individually you're not essential.
But together, we are all essential.
Till next time, fam.
Next time, see you then.